Hello, third graders. It is time for the last math lesson of the week, which means you can spend tomorrow on ST Math or some of the other games that are on the math page on It's Learning. Today's concept is going to be subtract a group. So if you think about what we did yesterday, add a group. Think about what we're going to do when we have to subtract a group. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, on number talk. 39. I want you to get your whiteboard, your marker, and eraser. Write 39 in the corner of your board. Pause the video and write down as many different ways as you can to come up with the number 39. Okay, let's think about what you might have come up with. Maybe you came up with 30 plus 9. Or 40 minus 1, possibly 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 9, that's 39. What about 50 minus 11, 35 plus 4, 37 plus 2, 42 minus 3. Did you happen to come up with any multiplication problems? I'm thinking 13 times 3. As I know 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 1 is 3, so 39. Let's see if we can come up with one more problem. How about 20 plus 19? And chances are if we just spent another 5 minutes just on doing this number talk, we would fill up this whole board. But instead of doing that, I want you to erase your board, and we are going to work on a little mental math and fluency. I'm going to show you some problems, and I want you to write the answers on your whiteboard. And go. 2 times 5, 2 times 6, 2 times 7. And what did you get for 2 times 5? Should have gotten 10. 2 times 6, which means 2 groups of 6, 12. 2 times 7, 14. Wipe those boards clean, and here we go again. 10 times 3, 10 times 4, 10 times 5. Write your answers down. 10 times 3, you should have gotten 30. 10 times 4, you should have gotten 40. 10 times 5, you should have gotten 50. Wipe those boards clean. We're going to do it one more time. Here we go. 4 times 5, 5 times 5, 6 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. Good deal. Go ahead and erase those boards, and we're going to move on with our lesson and a little math message. So, this is going to look familiar. Make an array on your whiteboard for this story. There are 5 rows of 4 chairs for a class show. Write a number model for the total number of chairs. So I'm going to pause the video while you make that array and write that number model. Okay, so your array should look like this. 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 chairs in each row. That's an array for 5 times 4, which equals 20. Keep that array there. Don't erase it. I'm going to go to my next page. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change our sketch or your array to fit this new situation. Don't draw a new array. Oh, it looks like I've forgotten some of my letters there. But here's what's going to happen. We have just decided that 4 people are not coming. We don't have enough room. So we need to remove 4 chairs because we need 4 fewer chairs. And here's how we work on removing a row or subtracting a row. We don't erase. We never erase because we want to be able to look back at the array to help us figure out our new number model. So if I know now that 4 people are not coming, I'm going to just simply one line cross out a row of 4 chairs. Now, I want you to notice something that I did not do, and this is something that sometimes gets a little confusing. It's 4 people, so I need 4 fewer chairs. So I have to cross out the row with 4, not the column with 5, okay? Not this one, because that's taking away 5 chairs and is taking away a column. So I don't want that. It's 4 chairs, so we're just going to simply cross off that bottom row and then write a new number model. So now I have 4 rows with 4 chairs in each row, and now I have 16 chairs. Yesterday we talked about how we can use some of our problems as helper facts. Okay? So if I think about what my original number model was, 5 times 4 is 20, and I subtracted a row, that means if I know that 5 times 4 is 20 and I take a row off, I don't have to go back and count all my x's. I can just think, oh, I had 20 and I'm taking 4 away, so now I have 16. So we can use our helper facts to solve other multiplication problems. Alrighty, here we go. So we're going to try this one. Danielle had 10 toy tricycles that each had 3 wheels. How many wheels are there altogether? Well, let's go back and reread the problem. She has 10 toy tricycles, and they each have 3 wheels, and I need to find out how many wheels are there altogether. Well, 10 tricycles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They each have 3 wheels, because that's what a tricycle has. So I'm giving each of them 3 wheels in my array. That's what this represents. So each row is a tricycle with the 3 wheels. So I'm going to go ahead and write a number model. 10 times 3. And now listen, when I'm writing my number model, I have to use the numbers in the problem. So 10 times 3 equals 30. I'm going to remove this red bar and see what our message is. Danielle lost a tricycle. Oh no. So how many total wheels are there now? So that means if she lost a tricycle, we are going to subtract, oops, let's get it on pen, Mrs. Fleury. We are going to subtract a row simply by just crossing out the bottom row. So that means I now have a new number model. I don't have 10 tricycles anymore. I have 9. They still have 3 tires each. 9 times 3, that's a little tricky. 10 times 3 is a lot easier, but hey, 10 times 3 is a helper fact. I can use 10 times 3 to figure out 9 times 3 because I removed a row, I removed a 3. So that means this has to be 3 less than 30. So if I count back, 29, 28, 27. So this is 27. Now, of course, I could count all those x's in the array, but if I use my helper fact and I think, now it's 10 times 3, but minus a row, so it's going to be that answer, minus 3. For your work today, just like yesterday, you are going to work on subtracting a group or subtracting a row. Math Journals, pages 93 and 94. You're going to, for number 1, sketch a picture to show 10 toy cars with 4 wheels on each car. So you could do it like we did here with our 10 tricycles. Just make a row of 10 rows going down and 4 X's in each row. How many wheels are there? Write your number multiplication model. Then use a different colored pencil to change your picture to show the number of wheels on 9 toy cars. So you're going to simply, with that colored pencil, make one line through one of your rows. Explain what you did. Write a number model to describe your new picture. And then think about how did knowing that helper fact, 10 times 4, figure out 9 times 4. Then on the next page for number 2, suppose you don't know the answer to 4 times 7, but you can use a helper fact, 5 times 7. Use pictures, numbers, or words to show how you can use 5 times 7 to help you figure out 4 times 7. I want to work this one out with you. So if you've got 5 times 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in each row, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might take me a bit to get all my X's in here. I'm trying to be nice and neat and tidy. Okay, so here we go. I almost have all my 7. So when I go ahead and I count my X's, I'm going to get 35. So what we need to do is figure out how I can use that helper fact, 5 times 7, to figure out 4 times 7. Well, I'm going to use a different color. And 4 times 7 is going to be 1 less row. So I'm going to subtract the row. And then I just think to myself, what's 35 minus 7? Well, 35 minus 7 is 28. So I can use helper facts to figure out other multiplication problems. And I don't always have to have a story to go with it. You go ahead and finish the rest of this. And MathBox Journal, page 95. Let's take a look at this one. You've got some estimating to do first for number 3. And then solve the problem. Solve the problem using a strategy that works best for you. You can look back in your math journal to look at some of the strategies that you've used, but you pick one that works best for you. Okay? And let me see if I have anything else here. Nope, that's it. Have a good day. And remember, tomorrow get on ST Math.